Good things happen in this town.
I'm just so excited that Peekaboo Revue, who I haven't performed with in so many years, I won't say how many, to finally come to Pittsburgh to bring the entire troupe to my home theater, what I consider one of my home theaters, the Rex Theater. It's an honor and a blessing, and I'm just thrilled to be here. Kind of my home, I feel very at home here. I had my first CD release party here when they first opened. Rex has only been a live performance venue since 2002. Prior to that, it was a movie theater, and then back in the day, it was a vaudeville theater like 100 years ago.
I think it was built in 1905, I believe, has the bones of a vaudeville theater and a ton of history on the old theatrical arts circuit. It's an Art Deco restyling sometime in the 20s, I believe. There's all kind of artifacts left over from that. There was a large period that happened of which I know nothing. Then it became a rock venue in the 70s, became a movie theater, was reclaimed as a rock venue with some enthusiasm.
If you're offended by material of a sexual nature, offended by crude language, please, 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 just don't be a fucking dick about it.
The person who really sparked an interest in burlesque in Pittsburgh is a wonderful entertainer named Foxy Moxie. She now lives in North Carolina, but back in the mid-late 90s, she really was the driving force. She put together a troupe called Pittsburgh-esque, and we did a bunch of shows, but she was really the driving force that kind of revived Pittsburgh burlesque, and that was back in the mid-late 90s. And then more recently, I would say 2009-ish, 10-ish, there was a local group called the Bridge City Bombshells. I've performed with my troupe Cabaret Vulgaire here. We do an annual show with the Cabaret Vulgaire family called Atrocity Exhibition, Dark Arts, Body Arts Performance Festival with a lot of burlesque, a lot of sideshow, a lot of body modification type acts, all mixed in with very, very sexy burlesque that is also disturbing and frightening. Scott Forsyth and Ben Pennegar, the owners of the Rex, the people who are managing it, seem to really be into supporting a very diverse show. I think burlesque for them is a relatively new thing, to be honest, in the last 3 or 4 years. And they have a great burlesque show, and they feature national acts and local acts.
We want to approach the arts in all their creative forms. We don't want to limit ourselves to any particular genre in music or in theatrical presentation. So we want a taste of all of it, even the salty ones. There's a long tradition of it here. We can trace the roots of this theater back to this kind of performance, and because of that, we're going to remain committed to it. We do 4 to 8 burlesque dates a year. There's going to be rock and roll, there's going to be vaudeville, and there's going to be a whole bunch of good time. The Rex is here to stay.
Is it the best show ever?
Yeah!
Shows here. I saw Charles Bradley here, and then there's burlesque acts and soul acts and music. The music here is incredible. Gray Area Production programs, that's Scott and Ben. Gray Area Productions produces big shows here, but they also have a couple of other venues around the city that they program in. So they're just a great production company to work with. What burlesque means to me is that a person can take what God has given them and be beautiful and sexy and funny, and there's so much theatrics to it. You know, it's about celebrating who you are and being the best you can be in a really sexy, funny, fabulously choreographed, in the case of Peekaboo Revue, way. see more of what it is already doing all the time, which is live music, ethnic dance, burlesque, variety, incredible funk and soul. Just great music. They have really great music here. The technical team is fabulous. The only problem with Southside is you can't find a place to park, so take a cab if you can get one.